Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
working out of the gun, Mariota. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa. The edge who worked his way in for the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here's Hill on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat and the trophy.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
On the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
At the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson flushed out right. That one complete to Hill. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. And it's caught. And the Niners are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A gain of 8 brings up second and goal.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. To try again after the sack. Mariota, he'll drop this one down to Mixon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and force.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Matt Prater lining up for the point after.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this is caught.
Jackson's pass.
A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards. They'll run it with Kamara. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
28.
Prater for the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
On second down, here's the option.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Deron Payne in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Completed to Moreau.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota on the move to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota, now he'll pull it down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. Now Joe Mixon. And he stopped immediately there.
Joe Mixon.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Second and 10.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He finds his running back, Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. From the gun, Mariota. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And this one is right down the middle. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
28.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Niners take over first and 10. At their own 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Jackson now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The end result, 21 yards. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the 49ers continue to roll. And he's able to put it through. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The big fella. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Illegal blocking the ball. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. He got 29 yards that time.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He's got it. And he's brought down. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Alvin Kamara becoming just the player with 30 single year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Falcons offense set to go.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. He's going to loft one deep left side here. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jump.
There he goes left side.
You get nothing and like it.
Touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on second and long. Mariota. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Nixon. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Open man is Ross, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Joey Sly set to
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
25-yard line.
Now Mariota. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Mariota. Crowder's got it over the middle.
7 yards to pick up there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
To the air again. Mariota firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the flag thrown for the contact, mark off the yardage.
And sometimes you just read a hitch route way too fast. You get there before you're supposed to, and there's the penalty.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and
to throw is Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson...
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on.
Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred.
Sacked. A fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 10.
To throw Mariota. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
They'll take over.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Mixon.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Back to Mixon on first down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Mariota. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones.
Mariota's pass complete to Ricky.
Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense led by George Kittle. Creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that. But also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage a quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now too.
Yeah, a little bit. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
That's the end of the 3rd.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
85, George Kittle.
2 yards on the touchdown there as his guys continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mariota to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throw left side complete. That's long. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
And now he's going to use, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Working out of the gun, Mariota, flushed out right. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Nick Bosa, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota steps away. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
Lamar Jackson sacked. A fumble on the play.
Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 16-yard touchdown run. And this offense is running away with this one, as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Play action now. Mariota. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. It's taken to the 26. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
And Prater lining up for the point after.
Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mariota. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas